it is what it is, and that's more we can do.
Maci has been one of the most loved moms from the entire Teen Mom franchise, but she's actually tried to keep a disturbing secret completely under wraps. Behind the scenes, Maci has been hiding something absolutely insane. For years, a lot of Teen Mom viewers have considered Maci to be one of the most relatable moms because of how family-oriented and genuine she seems. But not everyone is convinced that Maci's portrayal on the show is totally accurate. Many people think that Maci may have a problem with certain substances. It's no secret to most viewers that she enjoys adult beverages, but Maci's habit might actually be a serious dependence issue, and one of the biggest signs of that is extremely alarming. In a lot of their scenes, Maci is drinking adult beverages with her husband Taylor. By itself, that's not exactly a huge concern, but many viewers started to heavily judge Maci when they made a startling realization. Believe it or not, Maci was filmed consuming substances while she was pregnant with her son Maverick. She claimed that she didn't know she was unexpected until she was over halfway through her pregnancy, but many people doubt that, and the reasons why are truly bizarre. Maci's due date with Maverick was May 30th, 2016, which means that she was pregnant while filming the majority of season 5. She and Taylor had just welcomed their daughter Jade in May 2015, so there were only a few months when she wasn't pregnant. Some people have suggested that she may have not realized she was pregnant because she had just had her daughter. But based on a typical 40-week pregnancy, hers likely started at the end of August or beginning of September. And the scenes that were filmed during that time are honestly very eye-opening. After Maci welcomed Jade, it seemed like she lost all of her baby weight super quickly. So when it started looking like Maci was gaining weight only in her stomach area a few months later, some viewers were incredibly suspicious. During the episode where she and Taylor participated in the mud run, Maci looked unbelievably fit and slim. But that was filmed on August 15, and the last 5 episodes in that season were a completely different story. The episodes filmed between October and the end of December show Maci drinking adult beverages in nearly every scene. But what's really crazy about those episodes is that she has a small but very noticeable round baby bump. But in the season 5 finale, one scene in particular is insanely concerning. During a scene that was filmed at the end of December, Maci is working on the computer while talking to her friend. She's clearly consuming substances while trying to cover up her rounded belly by strategically sitting and wearing a blazer. Some viewers have tried to defend Maci, but the reality of the situation is just outrageous. According to the Ashley's Reality Roundup, Maci and her castmates went out the night before the season 5 reunion was filmed. So at the end of December 2015, Maci, Amber Portwood, and Caitlin Lowe all went out together, and their night sounded so intense. Sources from the show claim that Maci, Amber, and Caitlin all consumed so many substances that night that the next day was very challenging. MTV reportedly even had to call in a company to give the women vitamins through IVs to help them recover, and Maci was about 4 months pregnant when all of this happened. Based on the timeline and everything, even if Maci didn't find out right away, she was still knowingly drinking adult beverages while pregnant, and how she explained her pregnancy on the show was seriously ridiculous. On Teen Mom, Maci claimed that she had no idea she was pregnant until she was 21 weeks along. She asked Taylor if she was just getting fat, but she was thin everywhere except for her visible baby bump. When Maci had her ultrasound to figure out how far along she was, she said that she hadn't felt any movement or had any symptoms, but right when she said that, the camera zoomed in to reveal something totally unreal. As Maci was saying how crazy it was that she hadn't experienced any signs of pregnancy, you could see a clearly visible kit. It was even strong enough that it made her pregnant belly move, but her social media at the time was also extremely telling. When Maci announced her pregnancy on Instagram, she said that she didn't find out until 2 days after Taylor proposed to her on January 19th. But judging by the photos she was sharing, a lot of people found that to be literally unbelievable. Until Maci revealed her pregnancy, she hadn't been posting full-length photos of herself like she usually did. There was always an object purposely placed in front of her belly, and she didn't appear to be gaining weight anywhere else. But that's not all. Maci also shared photos of her and Taylor both drinking adult beverages through the beginning of January 2016. Most people think there's no way that she hadn't noticed any movement or symptoms at that point. One of her friends even exposed her in an absolutely astonishing way. Maci's friend Mimi posted a group photo from their other friend's wedding, which was on on January 30th. Maci later claimed that she found out about her pregnancy on January 21st, which makes the photo even more shocking. In the picture, Maci was shown with an adult beverage in front of her right next to her meal. She was clearly caught prioritizing her habit over her pregnancy, which I think indicates a much deeper problem, but her substance use seems to be getting harder to hide. In season 6, Maci admitted to her friend that she and Taylor were having trouble in their marriage. She explained that without the cameras there, they just consumed substances and freaked out on each other. A few seasons later, nothing seemed to have changed. At the end of season 9, Maci and Taylor went out on a date to try to rekindle their relationship, but Maci ended up insulting her husband the whole time before laying her head on the table and trying to go to sleep. She was so out of it, and many people watching were totally stunned. But Maci's bizarre behavior has been even more evident in the last few years. Even on Teen Mom Family Reunion, there were many moments when her speech was unbelievably slurred, and when she looked back at older seasons of Teen Mom, her substance use is impossible to ignore. Maci made a few comments while she was pregnant with Jade that everything would have been much easier with adult beverages. It's honestly unusual to see any scenes where she doesn't have a glass, bottle, or plastic cup next to her, but for the longest time, the way she's been portrayed is completely insane. There have been several speculations that Maci was given a good edit by production, but now that's getting tough to maintain. It really would be difficult to crop out every adult beverage from her scenes and throw out all of the footage where she's slurring. Even her kids are starting to expose her in seriously crazy ways. In more than one episode, Bentley has mentioned substances. In one scene, he went to the fridge for some juice, but jokingly said that what he really needed was an adult beverage. Since kids tend to repeat what they hear, it seems obvious that Maci probably says that quite a lot herself. It's so troubling that Maci was aware of her pregnancy and still chose to consume substances. She later denied that she was aware, and she said that anybody who truly knew her would know she wouldn't risk her baby's well-being. But unfortunately, I'm not so sure that's the case. Even if Maci somehow really didn't know that her moving, rounded belly was an indication of being pregnant, her dark secret was still exposed. Her friend's Instagram photo of Maci at a wedding made it obvious that she still didn't quit after finding out. Maci's substance use might not be as noticeable as her baby daddy Ryan Edwards situation, but it's still incredibly sad that both of Bentley's parents seem to be struggling and have both been shown incoherent and slurring on national TV. Not to mention, Maci's choice to partake during her pregnancy is seriously unsettling. If Maci actually does have a problem with substance dependency, hopefully she'll be able to get whatever kind of help she needs. It would be tragic if she ignored her potential problems just because of her portrayal on the show. But what do you guys think? What do you think about the speculations that Maci drank adult beverages while into her pregnancy? And what are your thoughts on her comments about how substance use has affected her marriage? Let me know in the comments below.